Music boxes are a beautiful device, playing music when you need to calm a weary mind and a restless spirit. But, as is the case with all things in Japan, even these beautiful devices can hold a dark past. This tale surrounds a young girl named Sachiko-san. She had graduated from college and was looking forward to a bright future. She even decided to spend some of her time to support her friend at a concert that she happened to be performing in. While at the concert, Sachiko-san came across an old teacher of hers, Nakamura-sensei. Nakamura-sensei used to teach Sachiko-san and her friend music when they were in grade school. While talking, Nakamura-sensei mentioned that he had come across an old music box from Hokkaido, and recommended that Sachiko-san pay him a visit to see it. He mentioned that there was something strange about it, and that maybe Sachiko-san would be interested in it. The next day, Sachiko-san went to Nakamura-sensei's house, and after a few hours of talking and catching up, Nakamura-sensei brought out the music box. It was old and made of metal, and seemed to be rusted to the point that it could no longer work. However, as soon as Nakamura-sensei began to turn the handle, music from the old box started to play. It was a soft and beautiful song, and after the song had finished, Sachiko-san could not figure out what Nakamura-sensei had said that would make it strange. She brought it up to him, and he simply replied with, "Listen carefully," and he began to turn the handle again. This time, she listened very carefully, and after a few minutes, she heard nothing. However, very faintly, she began to pick up a strange sound. Listening carefully, she found it to be the sound of a young man, moaning lightly. Spooked, she told Nakamura-sensei that she heard it, and she was kind of freaked out. He agreed, and continued to turn the handle, the moaning growing slowly louder. She started to get scared and asked Nakamura-sensei to stop, but he kept turning the handle, as if he was in a trance. As he turned the handle faster and faster, the music from the box grew louder, as well as the moan. Sachiko-san began to beg Nakamura-sensei to stop, but he couldn't. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a loud thud came from the room directly above them. Nakamura-sensei, seemingly broken from his trance, looked at Sachiko-san with eyes of fear. Sachiko asked, in a shaken voice, if there was someone upstairs. Nakamura-sensei merely shook his head and let out a terrified "no." Suddenly, without warning, the music box began to play again, and the moaning had returned. As the music played and the moaning grew, a loud banging noise came from the room upstairs. It was as if someone was running around upstairs, desperately trying to find something. Terrified, Nakamura-sensei reached out and grabbed a hold of the handle and stopped the music from playing. As soon as the music stopped, a thud came from the very top of the stairs, as if someone had stopped right at the landing. Sachiko-san was terrified and tried to leave, but Nakamura-sensei pleaded her not to go. With his attention diverted, the handle spun lightly and let out a single note. As this note played, a pale foot appeared at the top of the stairs, and stayed there. It was as if the being could not move without the music playing. Sachiko-san and Nakamura-sensei looked at the foot and then at each other in disbelief, when suddenly, Nakamura-sensei began to lose his grip on the handle again. As he fought with the handle, his hands grew slippery with sweat, and soon, the handle slipped from his fingers and began to play very fast. The last thing they heard was the sound of footsteps running down the stairs to them, but also the sound of a very soft, yet beautiful, song being played from the music box. Or at least, and that's what they say. And with the story told, blow out your seventh candle.